Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Gervonta Tank Davis is the face of the PBC, not of boxing. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And Gervonta Tank Davis was asked after his fight against Ryan Garcia, "Are you the face of boxing by Showtime?" And he stated that after knocking out Ryan Garcia, "I'm definitely the face of boxing, absolutely." And Showtime Boxing has been pushing this narrative. The PBC's been pushing this narrative that Tank Davis is the face of boxing, but only a dumbass idiot and a moron would believe that. And not only this, he's the face of the PBC. This guy's the biggest star on the PBC, but he is not the biggest star in boxing. He is not carrying boxing, and he's nowhere near being the face of boxing. And there's a few simple reasons why. The first reason why is Gervonta Tank Davis campaigns at 135 pounds. That's where he said he's a 135-pound fighter. So if you're the face of boxing and you hold 0 titles in your weight class, because Devin Haney holds every single legitimate world title in your weight class, how are you the face of boxing and you hold 0 world titles? It's impossible. By contrast, Canelo Alvarez holds every world title at 168 pounds in his weight class. The real face of boxing. That's why Tank Davis is simply just the face of the PBC. Not only that, you've seen with Gervonta Tank Davis, this man stated, and I quote, that Ryan Garcia is the best boxer he's ever fought in his career so far. This is his words, according to Showtime Boxing in the post-fight press conference. Ryan Garcia is the best boxer he's ever fought in his career. These are Gervonta Tank Davis's words. So at the end of the day, it's levels of competition. This guy is not a face of boxing, fighting Ryan Garcia, who's a contender, who's unskilled, and never been a world champion in his career. This guy was a Twitter champion, the TikTok champion, but he's never been a world champion. So you telling me that's the best fighter you've ever fought, an unskilled guy? Gervonta Tank Davis said Ryan Garcia only had a left hook, and that's it. He's an incomplete fighter. So the fact that Tank Davis said Ryan Garcia is an incomplete fighter, and that was the hardest fight he's ever had, you call this man the face of boxing for this win? Really? By contrast, Canelo Alvarez, he's beaten over 16 world champions, fought multiple elite fighters, and won belts across 4 weight classes. This man already has a Hall of Fame resume. So how are you even making a comparison who the face of boxing is? I mean, make that make sense. Not only that, when you look at the intangibles, you look at pay-per-view sales, Canelo Alvarez has done over 1 million pay-per-view buys on multiple occasions. One of his fights is in the top 10 of pay-per-view buys in boxing history, 3rd all-time, period. So Canelo Alvarez is historically a megastar. Canelo Alvarez is also a global attraction. He's not just a domestic attraction like Gervonta Tank Davis, and he's also the biggest star in the U.S. as well. Even though Gervonta Tank Davis is a star in his own right in the U.S. domestically, Canelo Alvarez is a bigger domestic star in the U.S. Think about this. Canelo Alvarez broke an indoor attendance record during the pandemic against Billy Joe Saunders, who's largely unknown outside of the UK. What does that say? And then you also look at the finances, the money. Gervonta Tank Davis was guaranteed $5 million against Ryan Garcia. That's his guaranteed purse. That's what he's guaranteed coming into that fight. $5 million. Yes, he's getting about 50% of the pay-per-view revenue. That's fine. But $5 million guaranteed. Canelo Alvarez guaranteed ranges in $30 million, $35 million, $40 million. This man is simply on another level. You cannot compare these two. While Tank Davis is a star in his own right, he's not the face of boxing. He's the face of the PBC. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.